Yo, I'm back. UFC 309 is probably gonna be John Jones Stipe. It's in New York, but I made some fights around it. So I did two prelims and the rest of the main card co-main event featured fight, and the two before that. Not gonna waste a lot of time. Let's get into it. The first matchup I got is one that I want to see. I really want to see my boy Ming Yang Zhang come back. This guy's entertaining to watch. He's throws himself into the fire. A very technical, fast, powerful boxer. And last time out against Brenson Ribeiro, knocked him out cold. It was incredible. Crazy knockout too, man. Like Brenson still thought he was fighting. No, you were asleep, buddy. He did think he was fighting. Rolado, Rodolfo Bellato. Kind of fluky, man. His contender series fight, he was kind of getting his ass kicked. He comes out against Ihor Potieria, a guy who is not very good. Ihor has actually made the move down to 185 now, where he is continuing to lose, and that's my boy. But it is what it is. But he was getting his ass kicked. And he was getting fucked up by Ihor Potieria bad, and he rallies back. Kind of similar to his contender series fight. This guy's not good. He kind of pisses me off, rubs me off the wrong way. Whoa, rubs me off is insane. My bad. Rubs me the wrong way. I don't like how he acts. He's a bit funny looking. He looks like, a block. Like his head is like a block. And it's kind of weird how this picture looks, but I hope Ming Yang Zhang knocks him the fuck out. And I think he will. I mean, Ming Yang Zhang is on a 6 or 7 fight win streak, a guy from the road to the UFC. I want to see him back in that fucking octagon, boy. He can scrap, and he's fun to watch. Doesn't speak a lick of English, but that's okay. I want to see him knock Rodolfo Bellato the fuck out, and I'm, hoping this fight gets made sooner or later. Or just give him some news, I want to see if he's gonna fucking fight soon or not. But anyways, next up, yeah, give me my credit. I cooked. I know. But you can kind of cook with these two guys, especially because they're both, exciting fighters. I got Chepe Mariscal versus Nate Landwehr. Featured prelim. Fireworks written all over it. It's another matchup. Look, I could make matchups all day like this. If the UFC gives me a contract and Hunter and give me a matchmaking contract, I could make matchups all day. I'm good at this stuff. This is a good matchup, but it's easy. People would make this easily, but this isn't one of my best, but it's a cook. I cooked a little bit. Let me give myself some credit. Chepe Mariscal coming off a win versus Damon Jackson. You know how this guy fights. He's going to come right in and fight, scrap, box. Similar to Landwehr. When it comes to skill, I'm going to go Chepe. I just think he's, got that judo. He's a great wrestler. But don't count Nate out. Last time out against Jamal Emmers, he got cracked hard, and he comes back and wins. So, good for him. But yeah, I would lean Chepe here. I just think he's better technically and, more of a dog. I could definitely see Chepe also getting, a ranked fight here. He kind of deserves it. He's on a 4-fight win streak, with a win over Morgan Charrier, who is a good fighter. Morgan Charrier will be ranked in the future. No doubt in my mind about that. Morgan Charrier is great, but he got broken by Chepe, and that's all good, Bro, but before I say anything, Morgan Charrier's fans are so fucking annoying. They'll go in the UFC comments, and it's like along with those Kazakhstans, bro. They go in the comments, and they're just like rooting for their boy. They're spamming, like with the Morgan Charrier, it's the pirate emojis and pirate shit, bro. It's so annoying. And then the Kazakhstans, oh my god, they're the worst. They're the worst. When Shavkat's fighting, if he gets that title shot versus Bilal, expect the comments to be full of Kazakhstan fucking fans speaking their language and, putting fucking emojis of their flag. It's the worst. But anyways, I got way off topic there. But yeah, this fight would be a banger. I want to see this. Anybody you put Chepe up is more than likely going to be a banger unless it's somebody like, Bryce Mitchell or someone like that. Obviously, Nate is in the same position where both of them are entertaining. But, I want to see this fight. Anyways, let's move on. Next up, main card opener, we got Sean Woodson versus Giga Chikadze. This is an interesting matchup. And, look, I know I cooked again. It's okay. Sean Woodson, I believe, is ranked 14th in featherweight, 14th or 15th. Giga's coming off a loss to Arnold Allen where he was kind of privileged that shot. He is 9 or 10. Good matchup, good fight, good stylistic fight. You got two long, tall featherweights. Woodson's going to be the longer and taller guy. How does Woodson's boxing do versus Giga's, dynamic kickboxing? Boxing edge is going to Woodson. Kickboxing is going to Giga. I think Woodson is a little bit underrated on the ground. I think he's better on the ground. But I think this is a good stylistic fight. Very high level, going to be technical. I don't know. Who wins this? Fuck. Woodson's my boy. I'm going Woodson. I think the boxing is too much for Giga. Woodson will be on the gas, the pressure. I think that. But this is fight sick, bro. Like, you cannot tell me you would not want to see this. Like, if these guys are both going to fight, I understand Woodson's, been to a lot of decisions. I understand. Giga doesn't really finish fights as, that much either. But what are you going to do with them, right? So this is what you do because they're going to have to fight somebody, right? So let's do this. Two tall strikers. Giga's coming off a loss. Woodson just won. Giga should want to get back in there, but he likes to take his time off. So that's why I don't think it's going to happen because Giga's, likes to take his time off, like I said. So we'll see how fast he wants to get back in there. I hope he can because this is a sick matchup. I'd love to see it. So, yeah, next up. This is the fourth fight, and I know it's crazy, bro, but I outdid myself a little bit. For the second fight on the main card, I have Peter Yan versus Deiveson Figueiredo. This should be a title eliminator, and if I'm being honest, I really wanted to put Peter Yan versus Umar because I don't think Umar Nurmagomedov deserves a title shot. I don't. He hasn't fought anybody ranked. His only ranked win is against Corey Sandhagen. Great. If Umar would have came out there and finished Corey Sandhagen, I would have given him all the credit to a title shot. It was a good performance, but it wasn't that good. You know what I mean? It was okay. It's not like he was rocking Sandhagen. He never had Sandhagen hurt at any point in that fight. It was impressive, I guess, but honestly, bro, I don't think it's granted a shot. It's not that good. So with that being said, how does this matchup go? You got Deiveson Figueiredo, great BJJ, a lot of power in the hands, a little bit of a low volume guy, and then you got Peter Yan, so slick and so smooth everywhere. He's just so saucy fighting. His boxing, though, I think that gives Figueiredo a lot of trouble. But, a guy like Figueiredo can change the whole outcome of a fight with one punch. He's that powerful. He's dropped a lot of guys. I mean, I always look at his Benavidez fight when he dropped Benavidez like that, and it looked like Benavidez had just fucking been hit by a goddamn truck. It was crazy. He got thrown back by the fucking right hand of Deiveson Figueiredo, and I think it's a huge weapon for him. I'd like to see him throw more volume because he throws hard and he just doesn't throw a lot. I don't think his gas tank's great. And when you're going up against a technical guy like Peter Yan who does not get hit a lot, I think it's a tough fight for him. I think Yan doesn't. I don't think this fight hits the mat. Obviously, Figgy against Cheeto was shooting like crazy, which I don't really understand. He didn't need to do that. I don't know if he'd be able to get Yan down. With that being said, I think Yan outvolumes him, stays out of danger, gets it done via 30-27 decision. I know Yan's a slow starter, but I still think he gets it done pretty easily. Let's go and move on to the featured fight. Jamal Hill, Jan Blachowicz. I outdid myself with this one. Obviously this fight could be easily a co-main event. It could easily host a fight night. It could be a great co-main event as well. I kind of outdid myself a little bit, and I apologize, but I want to do it for the fans. Love the UFC. I love, I could be a matchmaker. I really could, man. I do such a great job. I'm dedicated. I work hard, and I just need that opportunity, Mr. White. But anyways, this fight would be sick, bro. I think it's a favorable fight for Jamal Hill. Jan Blachowicz is getting old, man. And again, a guy like Jan Blachowicz, obviously, look, he's great. He's an older, but he's experienced veteran who knows how to fight. Great everywhere, right? He's powerful. I still think he's powerful. I think he's just too slow. And especially for a guy like Jamal, who is, when I look at light heavyweight, one of the faster guys. Him and Pereira and Ankalaev seem like the top three fastest fighters, at that weight class. And I just think it's a hard fight for Jan. Especially, he hasn't fought in a long time, too, since he lost that decision to Pereira. But I think you should make this fight still. If Jan wants to get back in there, I know Jamal absolutely does want to get back in there, my boy Jamal Hill, but I think this fight would be sick. Obviously, like I said, it could be a co-main event, but I make the rules here. I make the fights. I send the contracts over. I send the fights over, and no denying my fights. But anyways, yeah, that's a good fight. This is a great fight. Like I said, when it comes to the grappling, I don't think it would matter. I think both guys are similar and equal. Obviously, look, Jan Blachowicz was able to take Alex Pereira down and control him a lot. And do I think Jamal Hill could have done that? Maybe not control him as much, but I do think Hill could have gotten him down and controlled him for a little bit, right? With that being said, I don't think Jan would shoot that much, and if he did, I'm sure Hill would be okay. But like I said on the feet, the kicking game of Jan is great. Low kicks are good. But I just think, Jamal's a guy, when he finds his groove, he gets going and he, starts hitting. He's very accurate. He's a very accurate fighter. The head kicks, the high kicks, the head kicks, the left hand's hard. The body kick's great. I think he gives Jan a lot of problems with the speed and athleticism. So yeah, that'd be a featured fight. For the co-main event, I know I got to give it a little bit of a reveal because, I've wanted to see this fight. It's not a title fight. It's not a title eliminator. It's a fun fight, right? And an anticipated fight. And I have Colby Covington taking on Dustin Poirier. Look, I know Colby has been inactive and Dustin doesn't even know if he wants to come back and fight. I'm sure if you sent the contract to Colby Covington to fight Dustin Poirier at 170, he would sign it immediately. I don't think there would be a hesitation in his mind unless it was a co-main event like I have it, but fuck it, bro. We're doing it. Yeah, Colby, I really, if you know me, I'm not a fan of Dustin Poirier. I think he's a bit of a fake nice guy. I think he's got some attitude problems. He's taken a lot of damage in his career, so maybe it's something with that. I'm not a fan of the guy. I think he's a bit overrated as well, and, people try and hype up his performance against Makhachev, and it wasn't all that good. He won one round, and they said that he won two. I don't know. That was bullshit. He didn't win 2 rounds. But anyways, let's do this fight. Colby's talked a lot of shit, and, Dustin has said that he wanted to fight Colby, that if he, they would fight outside of the cage or some bullshit that, both of them are going to jail or some stupid thing. He doesn't want to fight him in the octagon. But if the money's right, why wouldn't Dustin take it? I don't know. I think it'd be a fun fight, and you can't do it for 310. I believe we're going to get a title fight there. You could do it for 310. Let me take back what I said. You could do it for 310. You absolutely could. But if we're getting a title fight there, welterweight title fight, possibly, which is a possibility. If that doesn't happen, let's put it on here. New York is American. I believe the last card is going to be in Las Vegas. But let's do this fight, bro. I want to see this shit, man. Dustin, sign the fucking contract. I like Colby Covington. I think he's a good underrated fighter, but I know people don't like him, and whatever everybody said to Leon, I wasn't, a fan of what he did say to Leon, but I don't like Leon, obviously, but he's entertaining, and he's good for the sport, and no matter what you say, he is entertaining. He's going to talk shit. Obviously, he's going to, put on an act, and a lot of animosity hypes up press conferences a lot, and hypes up fights. I love it. Really, I do. So yeah, let's do this fight. I want to see this badly, bro. Please, Dustin, stop being a bitch. Next up, main event: John Jones versus Stipe Miocic. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about this fucking fight, Dana. I don't care, man. Fuck. I'm not a fan of Tom Aspinall. Specifically, I'm not a fan of British fighters in general for the most part. I don't mind them, but I like American fighters, and, I'm not a fan of Tom Aspinall is what I'm trying to say. But I don't give a fuck about this fight. Nobody does. So why are we seeing it? You know what I mean? So it's frustrating to me, but I hope Stipe wins, bro. I don't give a fuck. I hope Stipe wins. People are counting Stipe out, and I think he's got a decent chance. We would, if the books come out and give me a good number on Stipe, I might hit it early. We'll see. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me. I hope y'all boys enjoyed, and I will catch y'all in the next one.